How do they do that? Like that right there seems like a little bit of magic and maybe some witchcraft thrown in there.
Isn't it great?
That is sick.
Yay, I am loving this reaction. This is awesome.
I'm blown away by this. This is so cool. This is like everything every rep would ever want in the world. Is like, tell me the people that are the best people to go after, and then make it damn simple for me to email them like that.
Fivetran is a data pipeline tool for businesses of all kinds. We are rapidly growing, and in the data space, there's no slowing down. We're really excited that we're adding a ton of people, including salespeople and marketers, which Demandbase has helped support in onboarding and in getting up to speed on pod accounts in territory. So Demandbase is really supporting our growth, both upmarket and just as a business. We use Demandbase One, the ABX pod.
As a BDR myself and using the tool, I find that the customization is beautiful because you don't have to pigeonhole all of your salespeople into a specific way of looking at information. I feel like the customization is really great for my department on being able to read the information I want, where I want to see it, and I don't have to just stick to a certain plan.
We evaluated 4 tools against a list of must-haves, and those were sales insights embedded in Salesforce, Slack alerts for sales based on territory, account level reporting, contact level reporting, ABM advertising capabilities, and then custom KPIs and a Chrome extension that sales could use to quickly send contacts into SalesLoft. And of course, pricing and something that fit our budget. And Demandbase just ticked every box and more. Our Demandbase journey stages are set up for Fivetran's specific need in the market today, and we can tailor our journey stages based on those needs. So, Demandbase is not like a black box. It's highly customizable, and we can know exactly what's going on in each account and at each stage.
Unfortunately, the days are gone where I can just sit down and live in a Google sheet for, 3 weeks and, research this website or find that person. I just don't have that time. And so Demandbase is essentially like my sales assistant, helping me understand where I should be focusing. And then it helps me coach and redirect my BDR to focus on the appropriate accounts and the right people in those accounts. It's like having a third person on my team.
When you do not have Demandbase to really give you that direction of what accounts and what clients are probably the best to go after, I would resort to just using LinkedIn, which was just finding, hey, what's in my area? Well, this person kind of looks like they might be a good person to reach out to. There's no reason for my call. There's no, hey, I noticed you've been checking this out and I'm going to tailor my conversation to that specifically. Demandbase really, really gives you that edge when you're on that initial phone call, and that makes all the difference.
It serves up information in a way that's visual. So you can see like the heat maps of, a specific account and where people within the account are engaging, and click on, directors who have visited the website at a certain account and see the list of names. And then you can actually select those and put them right into a SalesLoft cadence or a sales cadencing tool. So when I go into a meeting with a sales rep or a BDR, we can look at their whole territory on a heat map, target just the right people, and then send those contacts into their SalesLoft in 30 seconds. So by the time we're done with the meeting, everyone has their action items, but everything is already queued up because of Demandbase. It's not like there's this after meeting thing that has to happen. We're already off to the races. We can just move forward with the next thing. So that is huge. It doesn't just tell you stuff. It allows you to action on it really easily. And it's set up so beautifully that it's really intuitive to do so.
Like if it wasn't helpful, we wouldn't have agreed to do this. So, it really is a powerful platform. And, to Casey's point also, we have new reps starting all the time. And to be able to give these playbooks to new reps immediately that, it's really hard to ramp up as a rep in any role, right? And so to have a tool or a platform that allows reps to ramp up quickly, have an immediate understanding of what is happening in their territory. I don't even know if we have the data on it yet, but I would love to see what our ramp cycle looked like before Demandbase versus having Demandbase and getting new reps up and running as quickly as we can now with it.
We rolled it out to a small team first. And the first 4 days, we got 4 opportunities, like 1 a day from demand-based reporting. It instantly surfaces things that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. Like you wouldn't have seen that this person opened your email or, went to the website or searched this term unless demand-based told you, and then you could instantly capitalize on it by following up.
One of the things that I love about Demandbase is, my job is to close business, right? The marketing team and the BDR team and the SDR team are responsible for sourcing opportunities. And then it's my job to take those and move them to close win. And as an organization that has so many different ways in which our customers can use our platform, as a rep, you can get single threaded, right? You can stay within one particular line of business, one particular use case, maybe it's marketing or sales or finance. What Demandbase allows for me is also to see how an account that I'm currently working in my pipeline is maybe identifying other use cases that I wasn't even aware of, right? And then it allows me to be more proactive in my sales cycle and helping bridge the gap between other lines of business and widening the conversation that we're having within an account, and overall expanding the opportunity and growing the actual use case, and which of course then leads to a higher contract value. So that is also extremely powerful. It's like having a sales detective on my staff, right? And doing kind of the hard work for me of identifying other ways to grow a current opportunity. And I think we shouldn't take away from obviously the impact that it has top of funnel, but within a sales cycle itself, Demandbase becomes extremely powerful as well. It is more important than ever to stand out from the crowd. And the way to do that is to customize the way that you reach out to accounts, the wording you use, the language, the message that you're creating for the account you're trying to acquire or target. And Demandbase layers in the information that allows us to differentiate ourselves in the market. And so I tell all of our sellers here at Fivetran that, in a space where we're constantly fighting commoditization, the only difference is you as the rep. And Demandbase really creates that differentiation in a market that is so saturated right now.
Because you can see if a current deal is searching for one of our competitors, right? And then maybe, oh, this deal is in trouble. I need to, give it more attention.
Especially when accounts don't want to tell you that they're looking at a competitor. As we all know, we have people who will never tell you that they're looking at other tools. But I think it's fair to say that a responsible buyer is always looking at multiple tools, right? And so again, going back to my whole kind of like a sales detective, it kind of is like that, right? It's uncovering kind of the gaps in my process, or, it's the eyes in the back of my head. Think about flying a plane without having the cockpit. Like, it really is become like a foundational element in understanding what's happening every single day. So that's how I view it, right? Like, it would be like flying blind at that point, which when you're trying to grow as quickly as Fivetran is at this point, you can't guess at where you're going to focus time and money.
Our sales teams are growing at a rapid rate. And what would be hard for me if I didn't have Demandbase is that each new team member needs to understand what's happening in their territory right away so they can hit the ground running. And Demandbase kickstarts every new AE with daily or weekly insights on their accounts. So they can see who's coming to the website, who has, trending intent, who's engaging with our brand. And so, I think if I took Demandbase 1 away from the sales team, I'd have like an uprising on my hands, because they use it, every week, every day to help prioritize their accounts.